Your category is home news. The answer is 43 years. What is the question?
Is it for how long will the average Glastonbury goer keep their wristband on?
Is it how long will it take for Nigel Farage's erection to subside?
Is it, if Jeremy Corbyn asked the Shadow Cabinet for a high five, how long would they leave him hanging?
Is it how long will somebody have to wait if they're born today before they can move out of their parents' house?
Is it how long will you have to wait for your Uber if everyone gets deported?
Is it how long does Rob take to brush his teeth?
Big teeth, isn't it?
Is it what's the age difference between Cher and parts of Cher?
Is it how many years has Jeremy Corbyn had his shirt?
Is it the average age of the Russian under-21 gymnastics team?
Does any of you know what the correct answer is?
On which wedding anniversary is it traditional to give them some time apart?
But actually, I think it's how long have we been in the EU?
Absolutely right. Thank you very much. Cheers. The question I was looking for was how long has the UK been a member of the EU before Thursday's momentous referendum vote to leave? How have people reacted to the result?
I'm pretty furious with my granddad. I mean, I was only being nice to him to get the inheritance, and now his vote has made the inheritance worthless.
There's been a big age divide, though, hasn't there? A lot of the older people have voted to leave and a lot of the younger people have voted to stay. And I just think if you are a person over 65, I would avoid stairs for the next 10 years.
I think we could have prevented that, though, by making it an internet vote.
It'd be very wrong to stereotype all Leave voters as old anyway, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Although it doesn't matter if we do, because they'll all be in bed by now.
Statistically, 4,000 of them are already dead. If we just... It's going to take 2 years to leave. If we just held the referendum in 2 years, it would have been a landslide.
Yes, it's very, very disappointed. Some people felt it, you know, it's a trait of the British people, the desire for sovereignty, the desire for independence, all that, you know.
Yeah, it was a big war cry, wasn't it, to get Britain back, you know, and that's already started. The currency is already back to a point that it was in 1985, so I mean, it's clearly working.
When Sunderland voted to leave, I thought maybe they thought they were voting to leave Sunderland.
Like, would I like to leave? Fantastic. If I go in, I just tick yes. I go into another booth and suddenly, like Mr. Ben, I'm not in Sunderland anymore.
I think the Cornish voted to leave as well, didn't they? Cornwall voted to leave because they think it's going to give the fishing industry a boost, which it probably will, because fish will become our currency when... announces.
It's like the country's had, like, an office affair. They've got to, like, middle age, had an office affair, thought, this is a bit crazy, actually, I'm going to leave her. Yeah, and then they get a new flat in Canary Wharf, going, yeah, freedom! And give it 2 years, they're crying, sitting in their pants, and the people that are left over are the kids, and they're screwed.
I tell you what, the Cameron was right.
Jesus, that was brutal.
Oh, yeah, I've got it if you need it, mate.
Cameron said it'd be bad for jobs, and he was right, because his was gone by 8 o'clock the next morning.
So who's been backtracking since the referendum result?
Well, a lot of people have been regretting their decisions. You know, it's because it's split up families. It's divided families. It's divided friends. I mean, I've got a Dutch wife, so on the morning after the referendum, it was just tragic to watch her packing the little clogs into a bag, taking the little wheels of cheese away.
My girlfriend demanded to know if I was in or out. Unfortunately, we were having sex at the time.
Yes, there's been a lot of... basically, a lot of the Leave campaign have been forced to go, oh, yeah, did we say that? Did we say 350 million? Oh, really? It wasn't written anywhere, really. Oh, on the side of a bus. Oh, well, you know the way people write things on the side of buses all the time. Yeah, I mean, I saw there's a side of bus going around near me recently which said that Batman vs Superman is a 5-star movie. That was on a bus for ages, and it's not. Really.
I think the £350 million claim was the most dubious figure on the side of a bus since you did those megabus adverts. I couldn't let that one lie.
I understand people having regrets about it, because I mean, we all have regrets about things. You know, I have many regrets. Usually they're connected to a hangover, but I've never woken up in the morning and gone, my God, did I cause the currency to crash last night? Did I have some part in that?
Isn't it? Yeah. Well, people rarely, when you wake up after a bad night, hand you a graph. Oh dear, this looks bad.
Well, now we've got control of our borders, people are saying that the population could go down by as much as 5 million people, or Scotland, as they prefer.
Well, I mean, the Leave campaign wanted to bring more manufacturing back into Britain, didn't they? That was their thing, and they've started with the truth. They've just started manufacturing their own truth in Britain. Well done.
Hey, by the way, we should. Because it's a nationally broadcast show and they're cheering for certain points of view that are expressed here, should remind we're all in the bubble here, people. That bubble which manages to be London, Scotland, Northern Ireland and Gibraltar. That weird, freaky bubble that pops up randomly at points. Yeah.
They want a speedy divorce, don't they? The EU, like, is it Juncker? Is his name Juncker?
Yeah,
Juncker. He wants that speedy divorce. I reckon we should get, like, Cheryl Vicini, Fernandez, Tweedy Cole, whatever. We should get her in. Because she is smashing for the divorces and she's looking all right. I'll get her in to head it up.
I love that the result of the Brexit vote has meant that Rob refuses to pronounce any European names.